She may, at least as I'm hearing. But also, you know, I'm not gonna, as I sit here right now, I'm not opposed to that.
Okay.
Okay, but
Thank you.
I want to hear a little bit more visa Ms. Polero from Ms. Hodge, or if she wants to speak to the court directly before I do anything. So I'm not opposed to it, counsel. I guess it's my short answer to it.
All right.
Ron Brown appearing on behalf of Mr. Mann.
Your name, sir?
Your
Thank you. What are we doing?
Honor, I'd ask the court to set final settlement conference. Is that for Friday?
Would the people be ready if I said it that quick?
That's fine, yeah.
Jury final settlement conference will be February 6th, is it? 2026 at 9 a.m. Jury selection, if necessary, would be February 9th, 2026 at 8:30. Both of those proceedings are in person.
May I address bond, Your Honor?
You may.
Your Honor, my client obviously is currently housed at the Washtenaw County Jail. There was some problems with his bond and you revoked it.
There was problems with bond or his behavior?
Behavior while on bond.
That's correct. He was violating his no contact or red contact as a victim from jail, which he is continuing to do from someone else's PIN. I know this through her list number, and she identifies them by name.
This catches counsel by surprise, Your Honor.
I'm sure it does.
Because my information is his phone privileges were revoked. And
Which is why he's trying to use somebody else's PIN. And now it's going to be the next step for the jail where he's just going to be completely isolated.
this is all new to counsel. He spent his birthday in jail. He has a special needs daughter that he is supporting, Your Honor. He was gainfully employed at the
Mr. Brown, I will be more than happy to listen to you, but I'm not going to do anything if he's continuing this contact.
Message received, Your Honor.
So at this point, motion for bond reduction or any change is denied. Bond will continue. Thank you.
We'll see you Friday, sir.
It's okay. It's okay. That's affectionate what we call around here. You got Zended. Court does call the case. We'll wait. Yes. You're a now.
She doesn't have anything to say. She's probably got to be bigger camera home unless you need something at the county.
Yeah, she's here, but I don't.
Yeah.
Court does call the case of the people versus VJ Dandamoody.
Alexander, on behalf of the people, Your Honor.
And good afternoon, Your Honor. Attorney Matt Hauser here on behalf of Mr. Dan DeMoody.
Your name, sir?
DJ Dandamoody, Your Honor.
All right.
Teresa Twitter on behalf of probation. Your Honor, Mr. D'Angelo is before the court for a violation of probation hearing. This hearing has been adjourned out, given that Mr. D'Angelo had pending cases at the Supreme Court. It's my understanding that Mr. D'Angelo pledged in the case where he was continuing to send messages to the victim that's in this case, and he was charged with aggravated stalking. He's scheduled for sentencing in that matter on March 11th, 2026. I do know that he had the other case where it was a deferred. The information I have, Your Honor, when I provided the reports to the court is that he was sentenced to 6 months jail on that case. However, on
the circuit court matter?
On the first one.
The first one, okay.
Okay. However, I have since learned that there is more to that. And the prosecutor can update the court as to that.
And Your Honor, in his so Mr. Dandamudi was sentenced on the deferred case, and there was a recommendation for the 6 months. However, I believe, and I might be summarizing, we came to the conclusion that Mr. Dandamudi will be continuing with probation on that case, and then will be able to be released to mental health inpatient treatment once a bed is available. He then, in the new case, pled, and if I could put that on the record just so the court is aware of what that was,
Sure.
he pled no contest as charged in that case with an agreement to no upfront jail. There was also an agreement for the following terms to be included in his probation. He will do a 5-year term with no further discharge. He's to be released to inpatient mental health treatment with a tether. Once inpatient is completed, he's then to be placed on home confinement at his parents' residence. He's not to use the internet except for documented medical visits. He's to continue with all mental health treatment as recommended by his professionals and to be involved with CMH. He is not to object to an extension of the PPO, and he's to follow all other terms of probation. So there is a plan in place, and I believe through that plan, in his deferred case, an agreement that he would be able to be released once a bed is available with a tether to inpatient mental health treatment, which Mr. Hauser has provided documentation as to where that would be, and I believe it's out of state.
Mr. Hauser.
I guess all that is accurate with one correction. The inpatient Pasadena Villa would be in state. There is an appointment at the Mayo Clinic on February 16th over in Minnesota. That's the only part that is out of state. Beyond that, as relates to the 2 cases pending before the circuit court, that is a fair and accurate statement. It's also my understanding from Pasadena Villa that a bed is now available. So once we address the hearing today, the last matter before it needs to be addressed where we can get him there would be the bond in the new circuit court case, as that remains at $50,000 cash or surety is my understanding.
In that case, Your Honor, he is scheduled for sentencing on March 11th.
That is correct.
Okay. So I guess what I'm concerned about is how's he going to, because he has, what, about 160 days left on my sentence.
Yes, Your Honor. And probation did recommend to the court, given that Mr. Dandamudi continued to have contact with the same victim, he has been charged and now convicted of 2 felony convictions of aggravated stalking involving this same victim. The recommendation for the probation case here is that I'm asking that the court revoke his probation. Probation is also recommending a jail sentence of 365 days in jail with credit for 204 days served, that he served the balance, waiving all remaining terms and discharging him from probation without improvement. I do know that counsel did send to the court to consider allowing release to the mental health facility. I did provide that documentation to the court to review. I do also, Your Honor, however, know that the victim does oppose that.
Opposes what?
Any release. She would ask the court have Mr. Dandamudi serve the jail time.
And if I may, Your Honor.
Right. Yes, go ahead.
Thank you. Yes. So, and then the request from the defense would be is if the court was so inclined to revoke probation and terminate the probation order from this court, that the sentence be credit time served for, I believe, the 204 days, because then that would allow the matter to be handled through the circuit court or orders in the 2 cases pending up there, and would allow Mr. Dandamudi to get to the inpatient facility a little bit faster. Thank you.
Just so that, Ms. Valero, so that I'm understanding and I realize she's available, and I'm not asking that she necessarily speak to the court, but the victim in this case really opposes, in some respects, what the circuit court would be doing also, because it would be release.
Correct. And Your Honor, she is aware, I did speak with her, that the request was made that he be allowed to be released to treatment. I do understand, Ms. Hodges' position, given that things go well for a period of time and, you know, it is instilled fear in her. So, you know, that the contact has continued not just once, but then again. So I do understand that she is torn with that happening, but her preference would be that he serve the remaining jail time.
Well, I don't know. And Ms. Zenda, what you relayed to the court is what's been agreed upon for sentencing in the circuit court matter, correct? So the reality is that's going to happen. And then the only thing that might stand in the way would be if I impose jail time, keep him there, he then doesn't get released to treatment. Right? I mean, that's
I'm correct, Your Honor.
how I see it. Okay.
And Your Honor, just to make sure that the court is aware, when I spoke with Ms. Hodge, I was not aware of all the requirements that go with the release to treatment. So I'm not sure that Ms. Hodge, and I'm not sure if the prosecutor's office confided with Ms. Hodge about what that would entail. But it's my understanding, if he were to be released to treatment, that would be on a GPS tether, inpatient. Then once, and if he gets released from there, he would go to his parents' home where he would be on home confinement. So I'm not sure that Ms. Hodge was made aware of that. Maybe Ms. Zenda can speak.
That's correct, Your Honor. We did speak with her. I spoke with her along with one of our victim advocates on what we were looking for into kind of this whole plan. So she was made aware of what we were thinking about for these plans and what we ultimately ended up.
Okay. I see it at least from the time of the sentencing, but it was before that in November of 2022. We've been dealing with Ms. Hodge and, well, with Mr. Dan Moody and this case. And, you know, it was regrettable to me, certainly with this last violation. Well, not just regrettable, it was disgusting what had come back to the court. I'm not going to just wash my hands of this. I mean, because frankly, with what Ms. Hodges had to go through, and her family's had to go through, I'm just myself not going to wash my hands of it. I'm just not doing it. So what I'm going to do in this case, since he's not going anywhere anyway, I'm going to adjourn. My sentencing is March 11th, or DV right after that would be.
March 2nd.
That's it in March?
March 2nd, March 9th, March 16th.
16th? All right. What I'm going to do is I'm going to adjourn this to March 16th. I want to see the structure of the circuit court sentence. My intention will be understanding some jurisdictional issues would be to match that sentence. And so everyone knows the reason that I would do that. And it may be the best that I can do for Ms. Hodge in this case, is that should there then be a violation, he's going to have to come back here to answer to me. I'm not just going to end this and let him go. If he enters into that behavior, he's gonna come back here and I'm gonna, everything I have will be coming at him. So we're clear as to that's what the court's intent is on doing this. So I'll adjourn this out to March 16th. I'm not gonna do anything on this today. Ms. Polari, you can have the discussion with Ms. Hodge and understand that, and also just go through. I'd like more of a clarification once she sees the whole structure of everything that the prosecutor explained, what her feelings on that might be before I make any further move.
Okay, I will have a further conversation with you.
And Judge, just so we're clear, if I may,
Yes, sir.
as relates to the potential for the inpatient release under the circuit court agreement, is this court opposed to release before the 16th, or would we be okay if?
I am not, at this juncture, I would say I'm not opposed to that. However, I'd like my probation department to have that thorough discussion with Ms. Hodge so that she understands that and the reasons for it. She may, at least as I'm hearing, but also, I'm not gonna, as I sit here right now, I'm not opposed to that.
Okay.
Okay, but
Thank you.
I want to hear a little bit more vis-a Ms. Polari from Ms. Hodge, or if she wants to speak to the court directly before I do anything. So I'm not opposed to it, counsel. I guess is my short answer to it.
All right, perfect. Thanks, Judge.
All righty. Thank you, folks.
All right, enjoy the rest of the day.
You do the same.
Thanks, bye.
This is 1 o'clock. This requires a Spanish interpreter, which I'm waiting on.
Oh, that's my 1 o'clock.
Mm-hmm.
And the Spanish is in custody?
Yes, but I don't speak Spanish interpreter.
Fine. Court calls the case, People versus Kareem Omar.
Ally's done on behalf of the people, Your Honor.
Ready, Your Honor, I'm sorry.
I thought it was yours.
Thank you, Your Honor. I was deep in concentration. And Ally, you put your name on it. Joe Simon on
Already
behalf.
did hours ago. Bro, for you to answer.
Joe Simon on behalf of Mr. Omar. State your name, Kareem.
Kareem Omar. Thank you.
And Your Honor, may counsel approach very briefly?
Yes. Did this get stamped? No. No, it didn't. Don't worry about it. I got it. Jury final settlement conference will be April what? April 10th, 2026, 9 a.m. Jury selection, if necessary, will be April 13th, 2026 at 8:30. Both of those proceedings are in person.
Your Honor, with respect to the other matter at the bench, if that does not get any resolution, my client may be requesting a second civil standby. I don't think Ms. Zenda is going to object to that if the court.
All right, very good. Okay, thank you.
Thank you, Your Honor.
Wait for me. I don't know where it is, but there may be a case that might be. And I don't want it. Court does call the case of the People versus Ryan Studeville.
Ally's done on behalf of the people.
He's coming.
From where? What's your name? I've already called your case. All right, state your name.
Ryan Wesley too, Your Honor.
All right, what are we doing?
Set for final settlement and jury selection, please.
Jury final settlement conference will be April 10th, 2026, 9 a.m. Jury selection, if necessary, April 13th, 2026, 8:30. So both of those proceedings are in person.
Thank you, Your Honor.
Bond continued. Thank you.
Thank you.
None of
Stop
these
at
are
the counter, they'll give you a paper.
You.
I got you.
Oh, absolutely.
That's okay. It's all right. I'm standing with you. It's Alan that will abandon ship in a minute. Court does call the case. People versus Travis Oliver. What do you?
Then on behalf of the people,
Ron Brown appearing on behalf of Travis Oliver.
Your name, sir?
Travis Oliver.
Take your hands out of your pockets.
Teresa Claire on behalf of probation. Your Honor, Mr. Oliver is scheduled before the court for a violation of probation hearing. This hearing has been adjourned out from prior, given that Mr. Oliver has that pending felony case. With the most recent thing happening in that, Your Honor, it is now scheduled for a pretrial in July, on July 16, 2026. With that case, there is the alleged use of assault, threatening, intimidating behavior, and an alleged violation of the no contact order. I have not had any response or contact back from the victim in the case. With everything else that this court ordered Mr. Oliver to do, he is compliant, he's reporting, he's making his payments, he's attending the domestic violence program. Given all of that, at this time, probation is asking that the court continue all terms as previously ordered, was setting a review hearing on April 20th, 2026 at 1 p.m. so I can verify that he is remaining compliant with this court's order.
No objection.
I'll continue all terms as previously ordered. I'll set a review hearing in this matter April 20th, 2026, 1 p.m.
Thank you. Your Honor.
Thank you.
Thank you.
Calls case people versus Eric Buckner.
and then on behalf of the people,
Ron Brown appearing on behalf of Mr. Buckner. Please introduce yourself, sir.
Eric Buckner.
Thank you.
Your Honor, I've shared the recommendation from probation with him. The recommendation is to discontinue the GPS that he pays $66 by March 1st and $66 per month thereafter, and begin the domestic violence classes and continue all terms previously ordered. I'd ask the court to follow the recommendation.
Ms. Blair.
Yeah, sure. Mr. Buckner is compliant with most of the terms ordered by this court. He is not compliant with the payment plan. However, I have had communications with Mr. Buckner about that. The court does have him out only certain hours to work. I know that from Mr. Buckner being incarcerated and on home confinement prior to that, he was trying to catch back up on his bills that he got behind on, plus he had his car repo, which involved part of with him making money. So Mr. Buckner has been in communication with me about that, sometimes too compliant, but that's okay, with the recording. But he's
Too compliant?
Too compliant with the recording.
So Mr. Buckner is actually showing up and actually,
He's keeping me informed.
okay.
I'm joking when I say that.
I know.
I absolutely prefer to know what's going on and not know what's going on, so he's good in that fashion.
and let me just say this, that's not where Mr. Buckner was before. So I am kind of glad to hear that.
Yeah, I've had no issues. He's been absolutely compliant with everything. He's been in contact with the domestic violence program. He's trying to work out an arrangement because before he can start, he has to pay for the materials. And
right.
so it's not that he hasn't not started because he hasn't followed through. I have gotten communication from them that he's been in communication with her, and it's just trying to get things going. So given all of that, probation would ask that the court discontinue his GPS, which will allow him to be out and work more hours. He's going to pick up second job, so he can get back going on things. I would also ask that the court go with a payment plan of allowing Mr. Buckner to pay $66 by March 1st, which would
Okay.
be about a month out from now. Then $66 per month thereafter, because he will be having to pay for the class on a weekly basis, the domestic violence class as well. That he begin the DV class immediately, that he continue all of the terms ordered by this court with the next review hearing on May 4th, 2026.
Mr. Buckner, anything you want to tell me?
Basically, I apologize for everything and I take full accountability and I'm ready to move forward with my life. That's pretty much it, Your Honor.
And you're just struggling to get it kind of moving, right?
I'm trying.
No, I know. I'm not saying that badly. I mean, it's just hard to get there. You gonna be able to do that 66 per month?
We talked about 25 a week, didn't we?
Yes.
You can do what now?
25 a week.
That it'll be able to pay? Or
I might be able to pay more than that eventually, but as for right now, I'm totally behind.
Your Honor, I ask that he try to stick with this if he can do this, because the class is going to cost him the $25 a week. So if he's
he's
unable,
got to pay the 25 per week.
but he's got to pay $50 for a workbook.
He's got to get all of that stuff done before he can do it.
Correct.
What I will do is I'll discontinue the GPS. You're to begin your DV classes immediately. Continue all of the terms as previously ordered. I'll set the next scheduled review hearing for May 4th, 2026 at 1 p.m. What I'm going to do on the payment plan is, because I want him to get in, and I'm going to give him a little bit of credit for the almost over contact. Because I think just in listening to him, he's trying, but I just don't want him to slip up. So I'm not going to start that 66 per month till April 1st. Give you another stretch period of time, let you put that money toward the other stuff that he's got to do, and then start at April 1st, and then we'll go from there.
Okay.
Fair, that'll work for you?
Yes, sir.
Yes, sir. All right. So that's what I'll do. Okay. Thank you.
Please stop by probation.
Well, she's here.
I know, but
Yeah. She'll.
Love it. Okay. Go over there right now. Okay.
Thank you.
All right, take care. Court calls case, People versus Zachary Burlett.
And is on behalf of the people?
Mr. Burlett, please state your name for the record.
Zachary Thomas Burlett.
Thank you.
Teresa Claire on behalf of probation. Your Honor, Mr. Burlett is before the court for a review hearing.
With his hat on, but that's okay.
Sorry.
Go ahead.
Your Honor, Mr. Burlett, I do not consider him in compliance status. He owes a balance of $12.75. His last payment to the court was on November 3rd, making a $50 payment. Mr. Burlett's been on probation for quite some time now. He has completed the domestic violence program, but where I was concerned with Mr. Burlett is I made contact with Home and Vision. He is not compliant with his substance abuse treatment. He last attended with Home and New Vision on December 15th. I did have a conversation with Mr. Burlett this morning. Mr. Burlett is quite aware of my concerns about his non-compliance, especially with his substance abuse treatment. At this time, I would ask that the court set a violation of probation hearing for March 9th at 1 p.m. I would ask that Mr. Burlett pay $255 today, then $255 per month thereafter. I took the remaining amount that he owes and I divided it up with the remaining time that he has. I also would ask that Mr. Burlett report to me in person tomorrow at 9:30 a.m., that he report to community corrections by 9 a.m. tomorrow prior to his report with me to submit to a drug screen, and that he become compliant with all terms prior to the scheduled violation hearing or face possible sanctions, which could include revocation of his probation and or jail time.
Roulette, anything you want to say?
Yes, Your Honor. First and most, I definitely need to be held accountable for not being responsible for things that I'm supposed to be doing. And I did break down briefly with Miss Agent Polera on what was going on with everything that's going on right now. She has told me to come in tomorrow morning to sit down, have a brief discussion with her of what's going on, get into more details, and, come up with a game plan on how we can move forward from here, or how I can move forward from here, and get myself and everything back together.
I'll set a violation of probation hearing for March 9, 2026, 1 p.m. That will be an in-person hearing.
Yes, sir.
You're to pay $255 on her before, today, you're to pay $255. You're then to pay $255 per month thereafter. I'm going to order that you report to probation tomorrow at 9:30. That will be an in-person reporting. You are prior to that at 9 a.m. to report to community corrections to submit to a drug screen. Sir, I'm going to ask you this. Am I going to see anything that's alarming to me on that drug screen?
I am going to drop for marijuana.
Which you're not supposed to be using. You have a card?
I do not.
You're to become compliant with all terms prior to the violation of probation hearing on March 9th, or face possible sanctions, which it could include the revocation of your probation and jail time. Thank you.
Thank you, Your Honor.
Court does call the case of People versus William Fridge.
Kelly's in on behalf of the people.
Right.
Your Honor, I am not sure why Mr. Fridge is not present.
Yeah, that's strange.
Your Honor, I do know, here's what I do know with Mr. Fridge. It's not that I haven't talked to him or that he hasn't reported. Mr. Fridge, I know, has been trying to work because his family was homeless and he was working with somewhere and to get housing. And I think that was in the process of taking place, hence why he hasn't been paying here. And so the only issue that he has here is
the money.
the monies.
Yeah.
So I would not be opposed if the court chose to.
Adjourn it.
And I can try to read.
I think that I will, because did you say that he and his family did get housed, or you don't know?
He yes, the last communication that I had from him, it was in the process of him getting or housing, I should say.
All right. I'll adjourn this then March 9th. Want to do it then? Or March 2nd, so 1 month out. All right. I'll adjourn this to March 2nd, 2026, 1 p.m.
Thank you.
Let's see where he is on that. Court does call the case People versus Robert Jones.
Kelly's in on behalf of the people.
There's two Robert Jones.
Robert Joseph.
Robert Joseph Jones. No, you're correcting Ann. You'll pay for that. You're correcting me.
Is Mr. Jones present?
Ron Brown appearing on behalf of Robert Joseph Jones.
Krista Clare on behalf of probation. Your Honor, Mr. Jones was scheduled before the court for a review hearing. Given that Mr. Jones is not compliant, and probation was asking for a violation of probation to be set. At this time, since he is also not present, probation is requesting a bench warrant.
Bench warrant will issue for defendant's failure to appear. Bond is set in the amount of $10,000. I'll give a 10% privilege on that. That warrant will issue immediately. Thank you. Calls case People versus Darnett Blackwell.
Alexander, people.
Chris Clare on behalf of probation. Dr. Jones, put your appearance on.
Well, spreadsheet said no counsel. Ron Brown Pring on behalf of Mr.
Your Honor, Mr. Blackwell was scheduled before the court today for a review. He is fully compliant with the terms ordered by the court, and I did waive his appearance. Probation is recommending that all conditions continue, with the next review hearing being set May 4th, 2026 at 1 p.m.
No objection.
So ordered. Court calls case People versus Juan Osorno.
Alexander, people.
Ron Brown Pring on behalf of Juan Osorno.
Teresa Clare on behalf of probation, Your Honor, Mr. Osorno was scheduled before the court for a review hearing. He is compliant with all terms ordered by the court, and I did waive his appearance. Probation is recommending that all conditions continue, with the next review hearing being set May 4th, 2026 at 1 p.m.
So ordered. Court calls case People versus Marco Irizankas.
Alexander, on behalf of the people.
Teresa Clare on behalf of probation, Your Honor, Mr. Erzakowski was scheduled before the court for a review hearing. He is compliant with the terms ordered by the court. Probation is recommending that all conditions continue, with the next review hearing being set April 6th, 2026.
Hearing no objection, so ordered. Court calls case People versus Eric Bragg.
Alexander, on behalf of the people.
Teresa Clare on behalf of probation, Your Honor, Mr. Bragg was scheduled before the court for a review hearing. He is compliant with terms ordered by the court, and I did waive it. Probation is recommending that all conditions continue, with the final review hearing being set March 2nd, 2026 at 1 p.m.
Hearing no objection, so ordered. Court calls case People versus Jeremiah Driscoll.
Alexander, on behalf of the people.
Ron Brown Pring on behalf of Jeremiah.
Teresa Clare on behalf of probation, Your Honor, Mr. Driscoll was scheduled before the court for a review hearing. He is compliant with the terms ordered by the court, and I did waive his appearance. Probation is recommending that all conditions continue, with the next review hearing being set March 9th, 2026 at 1 p.m.
Hearing no objection, so ordered. Court does call the case of the People versus Robert Louis Jones.
Alexander, on behalf of the people.
Teresa Clare on behalf of probation, Your Honor, Mr. Jones was scheduled before the court for a review hearing. He is compliant with the terms ordered by the court, and I did waive his appearance. Probation is recommending that all conditions continue, with the next review being set May 4th, 2026.
Hearing no objection, so ordered. Court calls case People versus Anita Payne.
Alexander, on behalf of the people.
Ron Brown Pring on behalf of
Teresa Clare on behalf of probation, Your Honor, Ms. Payne was scheduled before the court for a review hearing. She is compliant with the terms ordered by the court, and I did waive her hearing. Probation is recommending that all conditions continue, with the next review hearing being set April 20th, 2026 at 1 p.m.
Hearing no objection, so ordered. Court does call the case People versus Kyle Smith Blue.
Alexander, on behalf of the people.
Bless you.
Ron Brown Pring on behalf of Kyle Smith.
Teresa Clare on behalf of probation, Your Honor, Mr. Smith Blue is scheduled before the court for a final review hearing. He has completed all terms ordered by the court on a prosecutor deferred sentence. Given all terms being completed, probation is recommending that the court dismiss the case pursuant to the prosecutor deferred and discharge.
The courtroom goes quiet as Judge Simpson leans forward, clearly done with the excuses. He doesn't sugarcoat it. Probation is being allowed, but not as a favor. It's a warning. The judge makes it clear that this is the last chance, not a free pass. One mistake, one violation, and the consequences will be immediate and severe. The message hits hard. Probation isn't mercy. It's pressure. Walk the line, follow every rule, or come right back in cuffs.